Nothing prepared me for that experience except the experience itself. Hey family, welcome back to Experience with Queen Eddie. If you're here for the first time, this is a place for all things experience. I remain your host, Eddie Young Ebigwai, aka Queen Eddie. Welcome to the First Time Mom Show. Real stories from real moms here in the UK. And today I'll be starting with my story. I had always imagined having my kids abroad. It was a dream I had carried on from a young age, and seeing it come to life felt like I was living in my reality. I thought everything was going to go out as planned, calm, serene, smooth, and very easy. And of course, nothing prepared me for that experience except the experience itself. And the newborn stage was entirely a shocker. My pregnancy went quite smooth, except for a little bit of illnesses here and there. The first trimester, as you know, came with its drama. And then later on in the pregnancy, I remember a time when I had about 3 fainting episodes on the bus, at work, and while at home. I actually survived those fainting episodes by God's grace. Also, my blood pressure dropped very low at some point. Later on during the pregnancy, I was diagnosed of having an excessive amniotic fluid. As though that was not enough. Towards my last trimester, my baby wouldn't turn his head down. He lay transverse. And I remember having a conversation with the consultant. She was like, "We're going to offer you a CS." In my mind, I was like, "No, that's not what I want. I want to have a VD." And I was looking forward to the experience of a vaginal delivery, to be honest. Eventually, my baby turned head down by himself. And I was so excited. After I went for a scan and saw that everything was okay, I thought to myself, well, everything is going on as planned. Close to my due date, I went on my maternity leave. My due date arrived and it passed. And then I started to get worried. Prior to this time, I had had several appointments and checkups because from the onset, my pregnancy was categorized as a high-risk pregnancy. So I had a series of scans and tests and follow-up appointments. Following the passing of my due date, I was offered an induction. I went for the induction, and that was how everything changed. From feeling that I had everything in control to losing that control. The induction took about 3 phases and nothing happened. My water eventually broke. Everything changed. The labor, the contraction, the pain. It was excruciating. Nothing prepared me for that moment. Not even all the videos I had watched, all the tutorials I had taken, all the information I had garnered. Nothing prepared me for that moment itself. Then I was transferred to the delivery ward. I was there for over 12 hours and I had only dilated about 4 centimeters. That was not encouraging at all. At some point, I had to ask for an epidural because it was so painful. I couldn't bear the labor pain. And to think that I wasn't even dilating well enough. After some moments, the consultant gynecologist walked up to my bed and held my hands and said to me, "You haven't dilated very much. The baby is stressed. You're losing strength. The only option we can give to you now is an emergency cesarean section." At that point, I was weak. I couldn't even talk or decide for myself. Thankfully, my husband and I had had that conversation before the whole delivery procedure ensued. So he was well informed to help me take that decision. All I needed to do was to sign the document. So yes, we enrolled in, went in for the cesarean section, and everything happened. The moment I heard the cry of my baby, everything changed. To be honest, the delivery and what I went through at the hospital was one thing. The other thing was going back home with my baby, the newborn shock. The exhaustion, the emotions, baby's cry, the sleepless nights, and recovery, trying to figure out all these things at once. Returning home was a huge shift for me. I didn't think I was going to survive those moments without the support and the warmth of family and friends. Honestly, I would like to use this moment to say thank you so much to my husband, to my sisters, to my family who were there for me during my recovery period, and not to forget my brothers and sisters in the faith who kept coming, calling, visiting, and being of help, even in the most smallest ways. All of that made a huge difference in my recovery. I remember one of those days during the newborn stage, my sister sat beside me and I said to her, I didn't know it was going to be this way, and then I broke down in tears. She held my hand and said, God's grace is sufficient. I held on to that word and I could literally experience God's grace being sufficient for me throughout the newborn stage, my recovery stage, and even the first 1 year. Now, despite all of that, I can say that I have enjoyed the journey of motherhood. Not because it was easy, but because it was real. And I have grown so much through that phase. If I could say anything to a first-time mom today, I'll say that things may not always go as planned, and that's okay. The newborn stage can be a shocker. It can be very overwhelming, and you are not alone in that. Also, having the right support system makes a whole lot of difference. If you're a first-time mom or you're expecting, I'd like to hear your story. What shocked you the most? Share it in the comment section. Another mom might just need to hear it. This is Experience with Queen Eddie, and you are watching the First Time Mom Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until our next episode, see you and bye-bye.